next day, that rush when people are bringing stuff back, and nut jobs like me go out and buy Christmas stuff for the next year.
The after Christmas sales.
Yeah, the after Christmas sales.
Or as we like to call it, makeover.
Yeah. Who am I missing?
Truck drivers. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of those on the
animal
road.
shelter people. Somebody's got to feed the pooches.
We're on our Facebook page. We got energy workers, hoteliers, police, fire, hospitals, and nurse for an insurance company have to work half a day Christmas Day. There's a lot of people that'll be out there, busting their humps because they got to work on Christmas. And back in the day, I worked many a day on Christmas. We didn't leave. This radio station used to have people, round the clock. We always had somebody here. If something was happening, we would jump on it. And it was so cool because people would bring us food, would stop by.
I think I did did Christmas Day and New Year's Day since probably age 16.
Wow.
At some broadcast facility, off and on, but
Yes.
someplace, because somebody's got to, warm the tubes up.
It used to be very routine in this business that you had somebody here that was actually doing live stuff in case something happened. But I just deepest heartfelt thanks to you if you're going to work on the holiday, because I know the time would be better spent with your family and church and all that. But I can't thank those folks enough, because they're doing the jobs that the rest of us are sitting home with our new Santa socks on. 101.7 FM, 710 KEEL. It is time to check in with Ruben coming up next.
Still keeping a close eye on that slow-moving traffic on I-20 eastbound near I-49 southbound. And we need to look out later on this morning for some traffic delays on Airline Drive near Green Acres Boulevard in Bossier City. Watch out for patches of dense fog, and if you have anything to report to us, please give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline, 687-ROAD.
Dense fog advisory up to 9 o'clock this morning. Areas of dense fog and then rain expected throughout the day today as temperatures top out at 52. Showers continue tonight, low 46. Rain shower, clouds, windy conditions tomorrow, 52. Break out of the clouds and see some sunshine Friday, 57. Richard DeWettig at the Weather Channel.
1017 FM, 710 Keel. Here's Fletch.
Good morning from the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger. This is Tim Fletcher. It's day one of the early signing period for NCAA football squads. There are 3 days in December. Local players and players all around the country will sign on the dotted line. Today's big highlight over at Haynesville. Joseph Evans will ink with LSU. The Saints placed 5 players on the NFC Pro Bowl roster: Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, center Max Unger, left tackle Teron Armstead, and defensive end Cam Jordan. Alvin Kamara did not get voted in, despite being second in the league with 16 touchdowns and 5th in yards from the line of scrimmage. Dallas has 5 players on the roster: Ezekiel Elliott, and 2 of his offensive linemen, Tyron Smith and Zach Martin, will also join defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence and cornerback Byron Jones in Hawaii. Former LSU Tigers to make the squad: Arizona's Patrick Peterson, Minnesota Viking defensive end Donnell Hunter, Jet safety Jamal Adams, and Carolina guard Trey Turner. 2 years after reviving their shuttered football program, Alabama Birmingham capped their first Conference USA championship with the school's first bowl win. The Blazers burned Northern Illinois 37-13 in the Cheribundi Boca Raton Bowl. Tyler Johnston III threw for 373 yards and 4 touchdowns, 3 to Xavier Ubosi. Tonight, San Diego State meets Ohio in the DXL Frisco Bowl. From the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger, this is Tim Fletcher.
.1017 FM, 710 Keel. Robert and Erin in the morning. Man cards, please, if y'all don't mind.
We need to turn them over?
No, I need you to get them out.
Okay.
For just a minute. I think this is hogwash. I think some lady wrote this and didn't really talk to you guys. The top 5 gifts that men want for Christmas. Okay? Let's start at the bottom. Let me go to number 5. Y'all can tell me, woman wrote it, didn't write it.
That's all we have to decide? That
Yeah,
woman, no woman?
Yeah, this is a woman's idea. Say good idea, bad idea.
Okay.
Unique gifts for him. Something out of the ordinary, not something every other guy has. Unique gifts that can make them and others laugh.
For example? Or this just a broad category of nothingness so far?
Here's one under this category: a themed knit or crochet hat.
Bad idea.
You're not ever wearing that, are you?
No.
Matt, would you love to get that? No. Okay, number 4. I think this is anytime. What men really want is intimate time. We all know what that means, correct?
Well, I mean, it could be sexual, or it could just be hanging out.
Okay.
Going to the gun range.
All right. Gun range is intimate time?
Oh, yeah.
Are you serious?
Hey, you got to have a lot of trust in the other person if you're handing them a firearm.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good date.
So you mean intimate time with your loved one at the gun range,
or someone that you'd like to date? I mean, it's a fun thing to go do for guys.
But that doesn't mean alone time at the gun range. I gotta get to the top 3.
We gotta go.
Oh man, we'll have to come back to it.
I guess
Yeah,
you're
I
the one that
guess.
went long listening to 2
man.
minutes of sleigh bells ringing.
1017 FM. You're not going to believe the top three. You're really not.
I'll
We'll
be
do
ready.
that after 7. 1017 FM, 710 Keel. Here is Rush.
9 years ago, the square root of 3. Democrats control the House, the Senate, and the White House. At 7 a.m. on Christmas Eve morning, they rammed Obamacare through the Senate. It did not get a single Republican vote. Earlier this year, a group of Republican governors and state attorneys general filed a lawsuit. They argued Obamacare's individual mandate, which forced people to buy health insurance, was unconstitutional. And so was the entire law. Last Friday, Judge Reed O'Connor, Federal District Court, Northern District of Texas, ruled in their favor. He found the individual mandate unconstitutional. He tossed out the entire Obamacare law. So now comes the guessing game. Some politicians predict O'Connor's ruling will be overturned. Others predict it'll end up at the Supreme Court. And this time the right thing will happen. O'Connor's ruling will be upheld and Obamacare will be gone. All the speculation would be moot if Republicans had really done what they promised 9 years ago and just repealed the damn thing. What's so hard to understand about unconstitutional?
What if I told you there was a way to step into another gear for your brain and be much sharper, more focused, and improve your memory to a level that you could only dream about and notice these results in 30 minutes? Hard to believe? Neuroscientists are calling this new brain discovery the biggest advancement in brain science to date. It's called Limitless, the brain pill of the future. Take it, and within 30 minutes, you'll transport your mind to a new level of focus and clarity you would have never thought possible.
I took Limitless and it started working in minutes. All of a sudden, it felt like a dark cloud had been lifted up right before my eyes. I have a mental clarity I've never felt before.
Biz execs, athletes, teachers, and students are calling Limitless a secret weapon for the brain. You have nothing to lose, so call now and find out how to get a free bottle today.
To find out how to get your free bottle of Limitless, call 800-630-7730. That's 800-630-7730. Get your free bottle for a limited time. Call now, 800-630-7730, 800-630-7730.
Looking right now at some slow-moving traffic at the intersection of North Market and North Hearn Avenue. And we have some traffic delays on Old Minden Road near Airline Drive in Bossier City. Watch out for patches of dense fog, and if you have anything to report to us, please give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline. That's 687 Road.
Rain throughout the day and into
Breaking
tomorrow.
news and trending talk. This is 1017 FM and 710 Keel. KEEL, Shreveport.
And a good morning to you. We are less than a week away from Christmas. We'll be talking about Christmas stuff today. I want to ask you a question later. I do still have to get to the top 3 gifts men want. I think it's hogwash.
And we can't wait.
Yeah, I know you can't wait for that. Coming up in the local news, a late-night fire claims the life. We'll talk about that. The mayor-elect makes his first major appointment, and police chief, the substitute chief, Ben Raymond, wants the job. We'll hear from him on that as well. Plus, Tim Fletcher's got sports, and we'll have traffic and weather together. It's on the way, right here, 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL.
The KEEL Morning Report. Now on 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL.
Police still on the scene of a shooting that happened early this morning in the 1600 block of Garden Street. The victim was watching TV in the home when someone stormed in and began shooting. No details on the victim's wounds at this time. A late-night fire in Allendale leaves a man dead. Firefighters were called to the scene on Williamson Street at about 8:15 last night. When they began battling the blaze, they discovered the body of a man in the living room area. According to reports, 2 other adults lived in the home but were not inside when the fire started. There was no power connected to the home. An accident near McGee and Greenwood Cemetery Road caused a major delay on I-20 yesterday. According to police, a train collided with an 18-wheeler about 12:30. Witnesses told police the big rig tried to cross the tracks but didn't make it. The train clipped the truck's trailer, flipping it over. No one was hurt in the crash, but it did take several hours to clean up the damage. The mayor-elect makes his first major appointment. Matt Parker with that.
Adrian Perkins is a little over a week away from being sworn in as Shreveport's next mayor. And according to KTBS, the mayor-elect's first major decision is a new city attorney. Perkins will name current Assistant Caddo District Attorney Makisha Creel as City Attorney William Bradford's replacement. It is also rumored that Perkins will announce several more key appointments this week. From 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL, I'm Matt Parker.
What about police chief? We asked substitute chief Ben Raymond if he wants the job.
I do. I met with Mayor-elect Perkins on Saturday. Had a good conversation with him. And certainly I'll be throwing my name in the hat and hope to be given an opportunity to continue some of the things I've started.
A new civil service exam would have to be scheduled. The Bossier City Council's okayed an ordinance for overtime pay for canine handlers at the police department. Many handlers care for their dog 24/7, so the council felt an hour of overtime for the extra workload was fair compensation. There's an outbreak of hepatitis A in Louisiana. The Bayou State the 15th to declare that there's an outbreak of the contagious liver disease. Criminal justice bill passed by the Senate would give judges more discretion when sentencing drug offenders. Louisiana Senator John Kennedy, though, didn't support the bill.
I deeply regret, Mr. President, and I'll conclude on this note, that I can't support this legislation because I think there are ways we can improve our penal system. But in my opinion, if we want to do justice in a piece of legislation, we don't do it by giving our discretion and our lawmaking authority to the bureaucracy to decide who gets to stay in prison and who gets to go home early.
The sweeping bill expected to be passed by the House this week and sent to the president, who supports it. President Trump signaling for the first time that he might be open to a deal that would avoid a partial government shutdown. Trump appears now to be backing off his demand for $5 billion for his border wall. The Bossier Sheriff's Office wins the friendly competition with Caddo in ringing the bell for the Salvation Army. The two Louisiana Sheriff's Offices brought in close to $3,000 during the challenge. I'm Erin McCarty on 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL. .101.7 FM, 710 KEEL. Here is Ruben.
Looking right now at some slow-moving traffic at the intersection of North Market and North Hearn Avenue. And we have some traffic delays on Old Minden Road near Airline Drive in Bossier City. Watch out for patches of dense fog, and if you have anything to report to us, please give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline at 687-ROAD.
Dense fog advisory up through 9 o'clock this morning. Areas of dense fog and then rain expected throughout the day today as temperatures top out at 52. Showers continue tonight, low 46. Rain showers early, clouds, windy conditions tomorrow, 52. Break out of the clouds and see some sunshine Friday, 57. Richard DeWettig at the Weather Channel.
.101.7 FM, 710 KEEL. Robert and Erin in the morning. Robert's out. Dan Keel is here.
Good morning.
Matt Parker's here. I got them to get their man cards out because I found this, I think, a dumb list of the top 5 gifts men want for Christmas. And if you have to shop for a man, you might want to keep your ears on this, even though I think it's dumb. I'll repeat number 5. A unique gift, like maybe something you handmade, like a knit cap.
Dumb.
Don't want that.
Mm-mm.
Not happening. Number 4, men want intimate time. I know what I think that is.
I'm saying gun range.
Bow wow. You're thinking gun range?
Gun range.
With your loved one.
Yeah.
So she has to go with you to the gun range.
Yeah, don't just sit in the car. Get out and put your hands on the weapon.
And participate.
Yeah.
Matt, what is intimate time for you?
It just means spending personal time.
I know what you mean.
Loved one.
Yeah.
Well, that could be any
Personal.
time you spend that kind of closeness time together. You could be doing something. You could be not doing
Oh,
something.
come on. Y'all are such
Matt likes to
BS
cuddle.
artists.
Matt likes to
We
cuddle.
all
He
know
told me that
what
earlier.
intimate time means.
You're
Come
just
on.
a dirty woman. It's all
Come
right.
on.
It's
Y'all
all
are
right.
being stupid.
We're kinder and gentler than you
Okay,
think we are.
whatever. Number 3 on this list is a service book of like coupons.
A service
What?
book.
Good for a week of doing a chore you hate.
Is this like
Good for
getting
a back
plumber
massage.
to come? Oh, this is a homemade.
Yeah, you
coupon
make a
book.
homemade coupon book. Good for one free foot rub.
That might be a pretty good idea.
Good for the dinner of your choice.
See, these are all. It's all nice when you get it on Christmas. When you try to cash those bad boys in, it
Yeah.
never works out. I had
okay.
an ex-girlfriend do one of these books for me one time. It worked about once, and after that, the whole damn thing went in the trash.
See, the thing about the service book is you got to honor it.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
if it
Yeah,
says
well,
good for one intimate night,
Where do you take this for enforcement?
could you call SPD? Say
You can't take this to small claims
it's not
court.
fraud. It's not fraud.
Never mind.
Number 2 on the list, I think this is so bogus. But y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Number 2 on the list is men want a love letter from the one they love.
Those are nice.
A nice handwritten love
a nice
letter.
handwritten what I love about you.
Why I love you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, you
I
want
don't
that?
want that for Christmas. Give that to me on Valentine's Day. That's a couple of months down the road.
Okay. And what do you think number 1 on the list is?
Judging by this list, it's probably crap.
Well, first of all, the question was who wrote this, and obviously somebody who's
A woman.
A woman
A woman
definitely
wrote
wrote
this.
this.
Yeah.
Number 1 on the list is time. With you, the loved one,
at the gun range.
the gun range. It even says
Am I a one-track mind?
playing video games,
This was
watching
written by a young woman.
watching sporting events. Be a good sport when you're doing it, and don't ruin it for him. It says, and I'm quoting now, this will truly endear you to him if you take time to do an activity he loves to do and remain a good sport about it.
At the gun range.
He just wants to go to the gun range.
You know, this was a list obviously made by a woman.
To waste time. Brought here by a woman to waste time.
It has to be.
But if a woman really wants to do something, personal and nice for a man, for her loved one, this is going to sound horrible, but it's true. Leave him alone for a day. Don't try to force him to go to Walmart or go shopping.
No honeydews.
Don't make him clean out the gutters. Just, cook a nice meal, get a 12-pack of beer, and then leave the house.
Wow, what a great relationship you're looking to
But
have.
every once in a while,
Get out of my hair.
You do need some downtime. You need some guy time.
And
just to do
sometimes
nothing.
women can be a bit clingy in certain situations.
Wow,
I mean,
you're
they're
going to get hate mail?
But
I mean, they have the best of intentions, but sometimes really all you want is to decompress for, even if it's only for an hour
Some
or
me
two.
time?
Okay,
Yeah.
so let me ask you this. If I were able to work out my Cupid operation I've told you about, you wouldn't care if that girl was clingy for a little bit, would you?
Well, for a little bit, but this is obviously someone
this
that's
is
been
after
in
a long-term deal.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
after 6-8 months or 6 or 8 years, you want some time alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And see, women are the same way.
Yeah.
We need some me time. I need to get in the bubble bath and y'all leave me the hell alone.
Yeah, that goes both ways. The guy
Yeah.
can make you something and then, bolt.
Get out of there.
That way you can watch Lifetime, take a bubble bath.
You go play golf. I'll be in the bubble bath and I'll be watching Lifetime or Hallmark, and you leave me alone. I like that idea. That's pretty good too.
I think people that spend a lot of time playing golf probably don't really have that kind of intimate relationship.
Wow.
Oh, damn. You just slashed golfers up and down.
I'm only thinking of 1 or 2 golfers that I know.
Oh, okay.
But if you're out on the tees or the what they call some box thing, or
Yeah.
you're counting holes up to 19 or something, you're probably not really a Lothario.
Dang, we're going to get hate mail
I know,
over you.
I know, but I don't play golf. Since they took the windmills down,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not a golfer.
By the way, just in case y'all were wondering, this article was written by a woman, and her name was Amber. 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. It is time to check in with Ruben and traffic.
Looking right now at some slow-moving traffic at the intersection of North Market and North Hearn Avenue. And we have some traffic delays on Old Minden Road near Airline Drive in Bossier City. Watch out for patches of dense fog, and if you have anything to report to us, please give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline at 687-ROAD.
Dense fog advisory up through 9 o'clock this morning. Areas of dense fog and then rain expected throughout the day today as temperatures top out at 52. Showers continue tonight, low 46. Rain showers early, clouds, windy conditions tomorrow, 52. Break out of the clouds and see some sunshine Friday, 57. Richard Duettig at the Weather Channel.
.1017 FM, 710 Keel. Here is Timmy.
Good morning from the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger. This is Tim Fletcher. It's day one of the early signing period for NCAA football squads. There are 3 days in December. Local players and players all around the country will sign on the dotted line. Today's big highlight over at Haynesville. Joseph Evans will ink with LSU. The Saints placed 5 players on the NFC Pro Bowl roster: Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, center Max Unger, left tackle Teron Armstead, and defensive end Cam Jordan. Alvin Kamara did not get voted in, despite being second in the league with 16 touchdowns and 5th in yards from the line of scrimmage. Dallas has 5 players on the roster: Ezekiel Elliott, and 2 of his offensive linemen, Tyron Smith and Zach Martin, will also join defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence and cornerback Byron Jones in Hawaii. Former LSU Tigers to make the squad: Arizona's Patrick Peterson, Minnesota Viking defensive end Donnell Hunter, Jet safety Jamal Adams, and Carolina guard Trey Turner. 2 years after reviving their shuttered football program, Alabama Birmingham capped their first Conference USA championship with the school's first bowl win. The Blazers burned Northern Illinois 37-13 in the Cheribundi Boca Raton Bowl. Tyler Johnston III threw for 373 yards and 4 touchdowns, 3 to Xavier Ubosi. Tonight, San Diego State beats Ohio in the DXL Frisco Bowl. From the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger, this is Tim Fletcher.
.1017 FM, 710 Keel. Robert and Erin in the morning. I've got Dan Keel here.
And I have the Shreveport Security Systems text line number that I need to give. So if you want to comment on any of our comments, 318-392-1884.
Maddie Parker is here doing an excellent job as usual. Want to ask you if you could share a story with us. I've got one, but I'm going to let you guys share first. The best Christmas gift you ever got. If I had to roll back the clock, it can be when you were a kid, whatever it was. Best Christmas gift you ever got. You want to go first, Dan?
No, I'm drawing a blank.
Matt?
I don't know. Probably a record player or turntable or something.
When you were 12, 10?
Somewhere in there.
Okay.
Okay,
I don't have any special stories. I can't think of one that.
I sound like a broken record, but I got a shotgun, a 410 shotgun.
Ooh.
On my 10th birthday.
10th birthday?
10th birthday.
You'll shoot your eye out.
No. I know the movie line, but no, I was fine. I had already been around my dad's guns before that.
Wow.
But I was born at 4:10 in the morning, so there was a lot of laughter and merriment about that.
Wow. Mine is kind of cool. Mine, I have 5 brothers. 4 are older than me. And there was always kind of a year when Santa Claus brought a nice new bike to one of us. And on a couple occasions, a couple of bikes came. Santa got them down the chimney, which we didn't have. But this one particular year, Santa went crazy. And what Santa did was, Santa wrapped a box for me under the tree. And in the box was a note. And it said, "Go to the utility room." So I went to the utility room. And there was another box. I opened up this box. And it said, "Go to the bathroom." So I go to the bathroom. There's another box. I unwrap this box. This says, "Go to the oven." So I go to the oven. Open the oven. There's another wrapped present inside the oven. Inside this box, it says, "Go look on the patio." So I go out on the patio, slide the glass door open. After I slide the curtain open, out there on the patio was this beautiful pink and white, shiny new bicycle with the banana seat, the horn you blow, the basket by the handlebars, my first ever brand new girly bicycle. Wasn't a hand-me-down bicycle from one of my brothers. It was a girly bike with the, how the bikes for girls don't have the bar?
Mm-hmm.
I was so happy. But I didn't understand why Santa Claus made me go around the house looking for it. It was just to build the excitement.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you that story today. I can see that bike when I close my eyes. I can see the miles and miles I rode on that bicycle. How much joy that little, probably at the time, bicycle cost me, $30 bicycle, gave me. How much joy it brought to my life. And so when I see these bicycles in the hallways here.
Yeah, like the green one when you come in the door.
Oh my gosh. Some youngsters are getting these shiny, beautiful new bicycles. And they will mean the world to these kids.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I had a best friend who lived about 20 blocks away from me. It was a long walk. It was tough to walk there. But on that bicycle, that world changed.
Yep.
I could ride over there where she had 3 sisters. So I could go over there and hang out with girls anytime I wanted because I could ride my little bike. Christmas just is such a cool time. And those stories, you never know what's going to impact a child. You never know what it will mean. I even, for my son's birthday in November, did a scavenger hunt because of what Santa did for me. So I hid his birthday gift all over the house. He had to go play, and he's, how old, 25?
Mm-hmm.
But he still loved it. He ran up and down the stairs all over the house looking for the next note and see what it said. And he followed it all over. Turned out I gave him cash in a little wrapped box. He didn't care. He thought it was fun, chasing around the house for his next note. Anyway, just the simple little things like that kind of make a tradition, just kind of fun. Santa Claus is a goofy guy. He's a real goofy guy sometimes. You never know what he's going to pull. But I'm excited for the kids who are getting bikes this year from Operation Santa Claus, thanks to you.
And the cops are all over the place. They're passing stuff. I mean, the elves.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
They are delivering. They're making the deliveries all over our community today. It's just a wonderful, wonderful time of year. We're going to check in with Ruben here in just a minute, correct? Right now, we got him standing by because it is wet and rainy and foggy, and Ruben's got to look at what's going on.
Starting to see some slow-moving traffic on Street in downtown Shreveport, and we have some traffic delays on East Texas Street near Traffic Street in Bossier City. Use your low beams and patches of dense fog, and if you have anything to report to us, please give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Dense fog advisory up through 9 o'clock this morning. Areas of dense fog and then rain expected throughout the day today as temperatures top out at 52. Showers continue tonight, low 46. Rain showers early, clouds, windy conditions tomorrow, 52. Break out of the clouds and see some sunshine Friday, 57. Richard DeWettig at the Weather Channel.
The power of information. KEEL News now.
Shooting early this morning, the 1600 block of Garden Street. Man inside a home watching TV when someone stormed in and opened fire. No details on the man's wounds at this point. Late night fire on Williamson Street leaves a man dead. Firefighters were called to the Allendale area around 8:15 last night. When they began battling the blaze, they discovered the body of a man in the living room area. There were no utilities connected to the home. A wreck between an 18-wheeler and a train causes major headaches. Matt Parker with that.
An accident near McGee and Greenwood Cemetery Road caused major delays on I-20 Tuesday afternoon. According to police, a train collided with an 18-wheeler around 12:30. Witnesses told police the big rig tried to cross the tracks, but didn't make it. The train clipped the truck's trailer, flipping it over. No one was injured in the crash, but it did take several hours to clean up the damage. From 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL, I'm Matt Parker.
Adrian Perkins, a little over a week away from being sworn in as Shreveport's next mayor. The mayor-elect's first major decision is a new city attorney. Perkins to name current Assistant Caddo DA Makisha Creel as city attorney, William Bradford's replacement. What about police chief? Well, substitute chief Ben Raymond says he wants the job. He tells us about the process.
Anybody that wants to apply will have to take the civil service test, which has not been scheduled as of yet. and then go through whatever process Mayor-elect Perkins dictates.
Raymond did meet with Perkins to talk about the future of SPD. The Bossier Council has approved an ordinance for overtime pay to canine handlers at the police department. Many handlers care for their dogs 24/7, so the council felt an hour of overtime for the extra workload was fair competition. The court case against former Trump National Security Advisor Michael Flynn is not over yet. He'd been expected to be sentenced Tuesday in federal court for lying to the FBI, but that has been postponed. President Trump hosting a roundtable discussion on school safety as a federal report listed a number of different ways to increase the resources needed for educators and law enforcement. Mr. Trump says he'll do whatever he can to ensure the safety of our school children.
Today we are reviewing the recommendations put forward by the School Safety Commission. These include fixing mental health laws so that families and law enforcement can get treatment immediately to those who need it. Encouraging states to adopt extreme risk protection orders which give law enforcement and family members more authority to keep firearms out of the hands of those who pose a danger to themselves and to others.
The administration announcing the banning of bump stocks and giving owners a 90-day grace period to turn in or destroy their devices. Actress and director Penny Marshall has died at the age of 75, according to a family spokesperson. Marshall came to fame in the 70s with her role as Laverne DeFazio on the hit show Laverne and Shirley. She went on to directing movies. One of her big ones and a big line was the cult hit A League of Their Own, which starred Gina Davis as well as Tom Hanks.
Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball.
Why don't you leave her alone, Jimmy?
Oh, you zip it, Doris.
The success of Big made Marshall the first woman to direct a movie which grossed more than $100 million. Forbes magazine out with its list of the richest celebrities. At the top of the list is George Lucas, worth about $5.4 billion. Steven Spielberg is number 2, $3.7 billion. And number 3, no surprise, Oprah Winfrey. Her wealth is at $2.8 billion. I'm Erin McCarty on 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL. Oh, I'm sorry. The mics are on?
Yep.
My bad.
101.7 FM, 710 KEEL. Robert and Erin. Robert out this week.
Thanks.
I'm Dan.
Hey, Dan Keel is here, a local attorney. Appreciate you spending the whole
My
week
pleasure.
with us. I want you to be mayor when we come back for the next segment. I'm going to appoint you mayor for just a few minutes.
Make me friendly with everybody.
I'm going to talk about that. The thing right now, I want you to both applaud me. Just you can do golf clap. Well, golfers are going to hate you for a while, but I went shopping local yesterday. Went to 4 places, found most everything I wanted. Spent not a whole lot of money, but close to 100, something like that.
Did you go to novelty type places, or did you go to places that you could also get the same kind of stuff at a big box?
No, mainly novelty type places, gift shops, that sort of thing, specialty stores. And I was browsing. I had a few things in mind, But for the most part, I was looking for things that would spark an interest.
Shopping.
Yeah,
call that.
just doing what girls do, going shopping, which I'm not a huge just go shopping fan, but for Christmas time, I don't mind it. And it wasn't too crowded. And, I'm kind of proud of myself because I got everything I needed, got it home, going to be doing a little wrapping and mailing today, going to go to the post office. And I'm pretty much done.
Hey, it's amazing what you can find when you are actually out there shopping and looking for stuff and going to local stores. And B, if you are going to ship it, you better get a move on because tomorrow is the last day to send out priority.
Ah, okay. I'll be by the post office today. And, I didn't venture into the big boxes, I call them. I'm not. In fact, I think if you took a poll of everyone in Shreveport, every human being that lives in Shreveport-Bossier, I think I would be the last one that would venture into one of the big boxes right now. I'm at the bottom of the list. I'm not going in there because of the crowds. I'm not going in there because of the hectic's not even a strong enough word.
Mayhem, maybe.
Mayhem. I'm just not, do not like it. I don't find it fun. I find it dreadful. And in my stage in life, I do nothing that is dreadful to me. Nothing. If I'm not looking forward to doing something or something that seems like misery, I'm not doing it. Not doing it. It is not happening. I will not be in there. I'm going to get my magic wand out now. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm anointing you Mayor of Shreveport. Bing! When we get back, I have some questions for you, Mayor.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Okay. 1017 FM 710 KEEL. Here is Ruben.
Looking right now at some heavy backed up traffic due to a section of I-20 westbound being shut down near the Texas state line. Traffic is diverting to Highway 80 right now. And we're starting to see some traffic delays on Benton Road just north of Green Acres Boulevard in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, please give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Dense fog advisory up through 9 o'clock this morning. Areas of dense fog and then rain expected throughout the day today as temperatures top out at 52. Showers continue tonight, low 46. Rain showers early, clouds, windy conditions tomorrow, 52. Break out of the clouds and see some sunshine Friday, 57. Richard DeWettig at the Weather Channel.
That is not Jingle Bells. That's not even Frosty the Snowman.
It was
It's
getting
not
there.
even close.
He looks like Santa.
Who is that?
Zach Brown. He's fat. He's got a beard.
Oh, my gosh, you're so bad. You're so bad. 1017 FM, 710 KEEL. Robert and Erin in the morning. Dan is in for Robert, who's on vacation.
I'm the mayor.
Matt Parker's here, and I have anointed Dan the mayor of Shreveport just for this segment. I know. Scares us, doesn't it? Mayor-elect Perkins has named Makisha Creel, Caddo Parish Assistant DA, looks to be the next city attorney, taking over from William Bradford. Perkins has been meeting with department heads. I know he met with Police Chief Ben Raymond. He's been meeting with each of them for extended periods of time, talking about what they do, etc. I know this is going to make you so uncomfortable, so I'm so excited about it. Who's in jeopardy, Mayor? Who needs to? You're coming in. You want to build your staff. Who do you think you need to look hard at for whether or not they keep or don't keep their job?
I not only want to talk to the figureheads, the department heads, but I'm going to get out and go to the water department and see who's answering the phone calls there. I'm going to go to the garbage truck depot and sit with the drivers and talk to them, find out what's going on that works for them, what problems they're having. I'm going to go down to the police station roll call in the middle of the night. I'm going to have these people know my face, know my name, know how to reach me through a contact. I can at least get some sleep sometimes, but emergency contact information. I'm going to start talking to people out in the community like I did while I was running to find out what's great about Shreveport, and then I'm going to start selling the heck out of this place. I'm going to make us feel better. I'm going to make us feel safer and be safer. I'm going to see where we can make improvements in our city, getting business going by getting out of the way. I'm going to make us customer friendly. You make a phone call, you're going to get a live person on the phone. No more of these can't reach anybody, lines are busy, and then I'm not going to get somebody who just blows smoke at me. I'm actually going to make some phone calls myself from an unlisted number to see what kind of response I get when I call the people who are working for you, the citizens.
Ooh, okay. Let's just take water department, and I'm not singling out the water department for any reason, but I've called. That's one department I have called, and have gotten, the recording or the phone hell that people talk about. Who's responsible for that? Is it the people that work there that don't care about how they're handling customers? Does it go all the way to the top of the water department?
Everything I'm responsible for because I'm the mayor of the city of Shreveport. So I want to have the people who work for you understand that we are putting service back into customer service. You're a consumer. You're paying your water bill. You should have someone answer the phone that says, "How may I help you?" And listen.
If that problem persists, do you hold that department head accountable? Do you hold those employees accountable? That's my issue. Your department head may be preaching to these people, customer service, customer service, customer service, and then it's just not happening. And, at what point do you say, we need some new workers. We need some new employees who really care.
We've got star employees already. We're just going to recognize people who are way down at the front lines who are out there delivering customer service. We're going to incentivize them and give them reasons to feel proud of their work and to be happy in what they're doing. And if we got some folks down there that just don't want to do it, we'll find someplace else for them to go within the city. But we're going to find people and give them every reason to be a part of making this community great. We're not going to preach to people anymore. We're going to be out there with them. We're going to roll up our sleeves, and we're going to push that lawnmower.
What do you want to hear from the department heads, the director of SPAR? Is that person safe with you as mayor? What do you want to hear from that person?
I'm going to look and see what's being done, what's not being done, and I'm going to recognize that there's a system that's in place. I'm going to see where we can tweak it, make adjustments, but I realize that the trains have been running, the buses have been running, the grass is being cut, not all of it, but we're going to find these problems that are the ones that get the attention and address those too, and see how we can do a better job of delivering those services. I'm going to pick a CAO, if I haven't already, and announce it soon. I'm going to pick and announce to tell people who the department heads are still in place, who are keeping their jobs. But I'm going to make this because I got such few days to get all this done. But I want you to know that this is seamless, and I want to thank the outgoing mayor for all the great work she's doing in making all this stuff available to me, because I can't really make somebody show up for work and visit with me now. But these people are enthusiastic. We've got a great city, and I want to make us proud. We're going to start that on the 29th of December. Come out and join me at my party.
Okay. So your CAO will be your next big appointment, most likely.
He's got a couple things he's got to take care of first, but that's the next one.
Okay. Then after that, do you come out, Mayor, and do you say, these are the department heads I'm keeping. Do you say that, or do you just not address that?
I think we need to know that the continuity is there, and that we're going to make sure that you know that these people have been doing a good job, and we can do better. We're going to continue to do what we're doing, and we're going to tweak and make some improvements in some things, because frankly, some things have been working under Mayor Tyler's administration.
Mm-hmm. What about the police chief, Mayor KEEL? What are we going to do about the police chief?
I think maybe the finest thing that Mayor Tyler ever did. I don't necessarily agree with how it took place, but the finest thing she ever did was to appoint Ben Raymond police chief. I'm asked Chief Raymond in my conversations with him, will he commit to this job if he's selected as the permanent chief for a period of 5 to 7 years? I want him into my second term.
Would you look into removing Alan Crump, or would you let his medical leave just run its course?
I think there are bigger problems to solve in this city than dealing with one personnel matter, and I'm not going to touch one personnel matter.
Thank you so much, Mayor. We
My
appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Thanks for electing me.
1017 FM, 710 KEEL. Robert and Erin in the morning. Dan was playing Mayor just to see what we could expect. We'll watch and see how it compares to what really does unfold. Right now, we're going to check in with Ruben and a look at traffic.
Still dealing with that section of I-20 between Greenwood Mooringsport Road and the Texas State line being shut down due to a major accident right now. And we're dealing with some heavy backed up traffic on Benton Road just north of Green Acres Boulevard in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline, 687-ROAD.
Dense fog advisory up to 9 o'clock this morning. Areas of dense fog and then rain expected throughout the day today as temperatures top out at 52. Showers continue tonight, low 46. Rain showers early, clouds, windy conditions tomorrow, 52. Break out of the clouds and see some sunshine Friday, 57. Richard DeWettig at the Weather Channel.
1017 FM and 710 KEEL. Your home for the newsmakers and all the big stories.
Hey, this is Bill Joyce, and I just want to say that Shreveport is so lucky to have Robert and Erin on KEEL every morning. They are fantastic.
We are KEEL. KEEL. 1017 FM and 710 KEEL.
.1017 FM, 710 KEEL. Here's Fletch.
Good morning from the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger. This is Tim Fletcher. It's day one of the early signing period for NCAA football squads. There are 3 days in December. Local players and players all around the country will sign on the dotted line. Today's big highlight over at Haynesville. Joseph Evans will ink with LSU. The Saints placed 5 players on the NFC Pro Bowl roster: Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, center Max Unger, left tackle Teron Armstead, and defensive end Cam Jordan. Alvin Kamara did not get voted in, despite being second in the league with 16 touchdowns and 5th in yards from the line of scrimmage. Dallas has 5 players on the roster: Ezekiel Elliott, and 2 of his offensive linemen, Tyron Smith and Zach Martin, will also join defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence and cornerback Byron Jones in Hawaii. Former LSU Tigers to make the squad: Arizona's Patrick Peterson, Minnesota Viking defensive end Donnell Hunter, Jets safety Jamal Adams, and Carolina guard Trey Turner. 2 years after reviving their shuttered football program, Alabama Birmingham capped their first Conference USA championship with the school's first bowl win. The Blazers burned Northern Illinois 37-13 in the Cheribundi Boca Raton Bowl. Tyler Johnston III threw for 373 yards and 4 touchdowns, 3 to Xavier Ubosi. Tonight, San Diego State meets Ohio in the DXL Frisco Bowl. From the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger, this is Tim Fletcher.
Finally, he plays a Christmas song.
That one is a Christmas song.
Yeah, it is. 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Robert and Erin in the morning. Robert out. I've got my buddy Dan Keel here.
Impeachment proceedings for me already underway.
Yeah, you're out. You got to go. You got to go. Matt Parker is at the controls. I just want to give a shout out today to the Bossier Sheriff's Office. They win that friendly competition with Caddo while out ringing the bells for the Salvation Army. The Sheriff of Caddo's folks were out also. The two groups brought in about $3,000. Bossier brought in about $1,900 to Caddo's $1,000. So next year, got to have a rematch. Got to have Caddo step up and win this time. I'm not sure if the mayors did it. They did it last year, I know.
I hadn't heard anything this year.
Usually they send a big news release out about the mayors. Mm-hmm. Maybe the Mayor Tyler was busy with the campaign and couldn't do it.
Or the mayor in Bossier is laying low.
Could be. That could be it. You never know. Excuse me, I'm choking up again. It's I haven't seen as many bell ringers this year as I usually do. Maybe that's because I'm shopping on Amazon. Could that be it?
Or the specialty shops you went to don't draw as much traffic.
That's true too. And I'm not a big box gal. You just know that's not where I'm going. Most definitely not. Coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to talk a little bit about fire safety, because we had a tragedy overnight, the death of a man in a house fire. We're going to talk about that when we get back at about 8:10 this morning. 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Here is our boy Sean Hannity.
The truth and nothing but. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
I identified from the beginning 5 forces that this president has against him. 1, the Democrats, obviously. You're going to see this on a level you can't even imagine when they take office in January. There'll be nothing done for the American people. They will be exposed as having one goal and one goal only, and that is the continued delegitimization of the president, but ultimately it's the destruction of the president, and by any means necessary. And where they go, they will. I am telling you, they're going to misinterpret these midterm election results. And nobody in the media, they don't really talk a lot about the election. He can't campaign for 435 members of Congress, but he did strategically target, aimed, and fought for the Republicans keeping the U.S. Senate.
Keeping you on the straight path. Later today, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
'Tis the season for more, and that means more shopping online, more booking travel, more using sketchy websites to find the perfect gift, and all of that activity while using your devices. Well, it's likely it could expose more of your personal information, and God forbid that information ends up in the hands of a cyber criminal. Well, you're going to have a much bigger problem on your hands than an online store just running out of the gift that you promised somebody that you love. And they will stop threats to your identity, like someone opening accounts in your names, and Norton Security protects your devices against cyber threats like malware. Now, look, nobody can prevent all identity theft or cybercrime or monitor every single transaction at every single business, but you have the very best in LifeLock with Norton Security, the most comprehensive protection for your identity and your devices. Now, just go to LifeLock.com or call 1-800-LifeLock. Use the promo code Hannity, and you save 15% off your first year. LifeLock.com, 1-800-LifeLock, promo code Hannity.
Still keeping a close eye on that heavy backed up traffic on I-20 westbound. A section is shut down just past the Texas state line. They're diverting traffic to Highway 80 right now. And we have some traffic delays on Airline Drive just north of I-220 in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline, 687-ROAD.
Dense fog advisory up through 9 o'clock this morning. Areas of dense fog and then rain expected throughout the day today as temperatures top out at 52. Showers continue tonight, low 46. Rain showers early, clouds, windy conditions tomorrow, 52. Break out of the clouds and see some sunshine Friday, 57. Richard DeWettig at the Weather Channel.
Breaking news and trending talk. This is 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL. KEEL, Shreveport.
And a good morning to you. What is this, Wednesday?
It is all day.
Man, middle of the week. Christmas is Tuesday. I can't believe it's here already. This year just gone.
Is it Boxing Day yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
I don't want to miss that.
1017 FM 710 Keel. Robert and Erin, he is out. I've got Dan Keel here. Matt Parker at the controls. Lots to talk about this morning. We're going to talk more about what's going on at City Hall with Adrian Perkins. Also going to talk about fire safety. A deadly house fire overnight in Shreveport. We'll have that coming up too. And SPD, the chief wants to stay the chief. We'll be talking more about that this hour too, right here at 1017 FM 710 Keel. And Ruben's got traffic coming up. Tim Fletcher has sports on the way as well, right here on Keel.
The power of information. KEEL News now.
Police are on the scene of a shooting this morning in the 1600 block of Garden Street. Man inside the home watching TV when someone walked in and started shooting. No details on the seriousness of those wounds at this point. Deadly house fire in Allendale. Matt Parker has that.
A late-night fire in the 800 block of Williamson Street leaves one man dead. Firefighters were called to the scene around 8:15 Tuesday night. When they began battling the blaze, they discovered the body of a man in the living room area. According to reports, 2 other adults lived in the home but were not inside when the fire started. Officials say there were no working smoke detectors at the home. An investigation into the cause is ongoing. From 1017 FM and 710 Keel, I'm Matt Parker.
Adrian Perkins, a little over a week away from being sworn in as mayor. The mayor-elect's first major decision is a new city attorney. Perkins to name current Assistant Caddo DA Makisha Creel as City Attorney William Bradford's replacement. It's also rumored Perkins will announce several more key appointments this week. What about a police chief? Well, substitute chief Ben Raymond wants the job, but he tells us there would have to be a new call for a civil service test.
The city could keep an active chief's test if they so desired. I think normally you wait until there's an opening, but certainly the mayor has the right to approach the Civil Service Board to call for a chief's test if he chose to do so.
Raymond says no test has been called for yet. He did have a meeting with Perkins to talk about the future of the SPD. An accident near McGee and Greenwood Cemetery Road caused major delays on I-20 Tuesday afternoon. Train collided with an 18-wheeler around 12:30. Witnesses told police the big rig tried to cross the tracks, but didn't make it. The train clipped the truck's trailer, flipping it over. No one was hurt. The Bossier Council voted and approved an ordinance for overtime pay to canine handlers at the police department. Many handlers care for their dog 24/7, so the council felt an hour of overtime for the extra workload was fair compensation. Louisiana's health department declares an outbreak of hepatitis A, hoping to keep numbers low for the highly contagious liver disease. It's the 15th state to declare such an outbreak. The Trump administration has banned bump stocks, a firearm add-on that can be used to increase a semi-automatic weapon's rate of fire. An attempt to pass a similar ban in the Louisiana legislature, led by New Orleans Senator Troy Carter, failed to gain traction. But Carter says he's glad the feds have stepped up to stop the production of that dangerous device.
Takes a regular weapon that is not a weapon of mass destruction and for a very inexpensive modification turns into a weapon of mass destruction.
Bump stock owners have 90 days to destroy their devices or turn them in to the ATF. Some drug offenders sentenced to life under the 3 strikes law may be getting their federal prison sentences reduced to 25 years. President Trump expected to sign a sweeping criminal justice bill that would also allow about 2,600 federal prisoners sentenced for crack cocaine offenses the opportunity to petition for a reduced penalty. Attorney General Jeff Landry says he's teamed up with the Connecticut AG in a suit against generic drug manufacturers, claiming the companies are violating antitrust laws to push prices higher than they should be. Landry says they're discussing a settlement with 18 manufacturers in a suit that involves 47 states.
The generic pharmaceutical industry created kind of like a cartel under which they divided, market share and fixed price.
.1017 FM, 710 Keel. Here's Ruby.
Still keeping an eye on that major accident backing up traffic on Colquitt Road near Artist Taylor Road. And we're looking at some heavy backed up traffic on I-20 westbound. Starting at Spring and Market, it's backed up past Airline Drive right now. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Dense fog advisory up to 9 o'clock this morning.
Robert J. Wright here again for Louisiana Coin and Jewelry.
Today is temperatures top out at 52. Showers continue tonight, low 46. Rain showers early, clouds, windy conditions tomorrow, 52. Break out of the clouds and see some sunshine Friday, 57. Richard DeWettig at the Weather Channel.
Robert J. Wright here again for Louisiana.
.1017 FM, 710 Keel. Robert and Erin in the morning. Robert is out. Dan Keel is in for Robert.
Hey.
Thank you for being here. Matt Parker is here too. Federal government has now issued, I guess this is the Trump administration,
Exactly.
has issued a ban on bump stocks for guns. This is a federal ban. State lawmakers in Louisiana tried to do this last year, and it didn't go through.
Well, before we go a whole lot further,
Okay.
we need to know what a bump stock is.
I do need to know that.
Right.
Tell me
Okay,
what
so
this thing is.
A real quick tutorial on guns. Semi-automatics that go back to World War I or whatever.
Mhm.
Every time you pull the trigger, it goes bang.
Bang, bang. Every time my
You gotta
pointer
pull
finger
the trigger
moves.
every time to make it go bang.
Okay.
Now, this is where people get confused because fully automatic weapons, the kind that you could find at Barksdale that go toot, 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 toot.
You just
or-
hold your
or
finger
go
back?
brrrr.
Yeah.
Those are pull the trigger once in that mode, and they fire repeatedly until you release
let
the
go.
trigger.
That's automatic.
That's automatic.
Fully
And-
automatic.
And they are not illegal. They are. You have to find them and pay a lot of money for them, and you have to have Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearm and tax stamp approval. So you go
Wait,
through.
fully automatic guns are legal only in some states. I know you can't have them in California.
California's a whole other country.
Yeah.
But fully automatic weapons are not per se illegal, but you have to go through an intense background check, and you have to pay a tax stamp and some other things.
Okay.
The sheriff gets to chime in and all kinds of things. So
Okay.
lots of safeguards for fully automatic weapons.
Mhm.
Bump stocks are a piece of plastic that mimic fully automatic, but are only a single press of the trigger. But what it is, it's a device that when the gun recoils from the shot, because every action has an equal and opposite reaction, so when you pull the trigger and it goes bang, it wiggles this little device, and it basically makes you cycle the trigger, but you're really only holding the trigger once. It's kind of a sui generis or an in-between. It's not a horse or a donkey. It's in between.
So it fakes the gun to thinking it's been
And it
re-triggered.
sounds like if you get a bump stock, it's basically recoil-activated firing the gun rapidly.
What kind of guns can it be installed on?
It can be installed in semi-automatic guns that look like fully automatic guns, and it makes you waste bullets faster. It's hard to control the aiming because it's moving around within itself, where you would hold it up against your shoulder, and it cycles the trigger so
Mhm.
that it has been technically legal up to now. And the problem now is the ATF had originally interpreted that bump stocks were legal because, and I don't know what administration did that, but it was because it was a single trigger pull. That's always been the test. Is the trigger pulled once, will the gun go bang more than once? And technically the bump stocks did that.
Okay.
And then President Trump came in after, I want to say, Parkland, Florida, at Marjorie Stoneman.
The
School-
Vegas
Douglas.
hotel shooting was the bump stock.
Yeah, but that's
the big one.
That was used at the guy had a bump stock there. But at some point, President Trump told his legal beagles, interpret this differently, make them illegal.
Okay.
In other words, and it's a bureaucratic entity. It's not our elected officials. The problem I have with this, I don't like bump stocks. I wouldn't own one if you gave it to me now or a year ago. But the problem is this is bureaucracy doing this, not the legislators. If the people we elect want to outlaw bump stocks and change the law, that's a different matter than President Trump basically telling my executive branch, and this is the same problem we did have with the Obama administration, the president doesn't legislate, the judges don't legislate, the legislators do.
And now the Gun Owners of America, GOA, are going to file suit calling this an arbitrary ATF bump stock ban, and they're pledging to file suit.
NRA, I think, has been silent so far. They kind of came out and signaled that they might be okay with banning bump stocks after Las Vegas. But if you're really a purist, you want to have the Constitution upheld. You want the government to follow the law. This is a bureaucratic entity that is now being told by the president, the head of the executive branch, interpret this thing differently.
Yeah, this says
it's going about it the wrong way.
From the gun owners, it says the new ATF regulations would arbitrarily redefine bump stocks as machine guns, and down the road could implicate the right to own AR-15s and many other lawfully owned semi-automatic firearms.
I said something earlier this morning. It's a slippery slope when you start saying, well, we're going to carve out this exception and handle it this way. We should have 435 people involved in this, or 438 people involved in this.
I'm not sure, people may get mad at me for this, but I don't like having all the different laws from state to state. I would like to see us have some sort of uniform laws, not as crazy loony as we have in California, maybe not as liberal as you have in some other states.
But you realize we're 50 sovereigns under the United States of America.
Right.
And you don't necessarily want everything uniform. You don't want a government that's totally managed in Washington.
Yeah, but you know, it's troublesome when you are a lawful gun owner and say you're going to move to California. Well, guess what? You have to ship your guns that you own legally in one state. You've got to ship them to another state because you can't take them to California where you're moving because you've been assigned there by the military or whatever it happens to be. It just seems silly. Members of the military are having to ship their guns to some other state because those particular weapons are not allowed in one state that they're being assigned to. I find that kind of odd.
And I have some very dear friends in California and a couple of people I know in New York. Those two states have done things differently than most of the other 48. We're in kind of a Western mentality in Texas and Louisiana and Arkansas. The most communist state in the country I was born in Illinois.
Right.
But it would be nice if you could have reciprocity with your concealed carry if the standards were, met
Sure.
some federal standards.
Absolutely.
Or met at least all 50 states agreed. But if you're a purist, you want to see the government follow the law. And there's going to be some wacky results. I'll tell you about something off air and we can talk about it later. But
okay.
There's a cottage industry to be had about storing weapons securely for people in the situation that you're talking about.
Right.
And others.
101.7 FM, 710 Keel. It is now time to check in with Ruben. Wet and slippery and still foggy out there.
Still keeping an eye on that major accident backing up traffic on Colquitt Road near Artist Taylor Road. And we're looking at some heavy backed up traffic on I-20 westbound. Starting at Spring and Market, it's backed up past Airline Drive right now. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Dense fog advisory up through 9 o'clock this morning. Areas of dense fog and then rain expected throughout the day today as temperatures top out at 52. Showers continue tonight, low 46. Rain showers early, clouds, windy conditions tomorrow, 52. Break out of the clouds and see some sunshine Friday, 57. Richard DeWettig at the Weather Channel.
.101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Here's Fletch.
Good morning from the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger. This is Tim Fletcher. It's day one of the early signing period for NCAA football squads. There are 3 days in December where local players and players all around the country will sign on the dotted line. Today's big highlight over at Haynesville. Joseph Evans will ink with LSU. The Saints placed 5 players on the NFC Pro Bowl roster: Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, center Max Unger, left tackle Teron Armstead, and defensive end Cam Jordan. Alvin Kamara did not get voted in despite being second in the league with 16 touchdowns and 5th in yards from the line of scrimmage. Dallas has 5 players on the roster: Ezekiel Elliott and 2 of his offensive linemen, Tyron Smith and Zach Martin, will also join defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence and cornerback Byron Jones in Hawaii. Former LSU Tigers to make the squad: Arizona's Patrick Peterson, Minnesota Viking defensive end Donnell Hunter, Jet safety Jamal Adams, and Carolina guard Trey Turner. 2 years after reviving their shuttered football program, Alabama Birmingham capped their first Conference USA championship with the school's first bowl win. The Blazers burned Northern Illinois 37-13 in the Cheribundi Boca Raton Bowl. Tyler Johnston III threw for 373 yards and 4 touchdowns, 3 to Xavier Ubosi. Tonight, San Diego State meets Ohio in the DXL Frisco Bowl. From the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger, this is Tim Fletcher.
'1017 FM, 710 Keel. Robert and Erin in the morning. Robert is out. He'll be back with us after Christmas. Dan Keel here.
My pleasure.
Thank you for being here. Maddie Parker's is also in studio doing a mediocre job as usual. We have a tragic story that we've been telling you about this morning in the news with the death of a man, an elderly man, in a house fire in Allendale. I'm told the house had no electricity to it, and the man may have been using candles to stay warm. And it got me to thinking of this time of year, as it gets colder, the fire dangers. This is the time of year when we do have those tragedies, from Christmas trees, from space heaters, from, who knows what can spark a fire. People using odd things to heat their homes because they don't have power. And there's a couple of tips I want to pass along to you, and I'll reference a story that happened to me. Be sure that you have smoke alarms on every level of your home, inside your bedroom, outside the sleeping areas, and you can contact your local fire department. I know SPD, I know Bossier Police, Bossier Fire, Shreveport Fire rather. They will come install those for free.
Carbon monoxide detectors are pretty cool too.
Yes, inside your home. And then test your smoke alarms every month. If they're not working, be sure you change out the batteries if you don't have those ones that have those rechargeable batteries. And then the other thing is, we don't do this, you just don't think to do it, but be sure you talk with your family members about a fire escape plan. And you need to practice it. Make sure everybody's on board with what are you going to do if the smoke alarms go off, or if there's a fire in the kitchen. Do you have two ways out of every room? Can you make that happen? Because that's really important. If a fire does occur in your home, get out, stay out, and call for help. That's the advice from the American Red Cross. You just need to know ahead of time what you're going to be able to do, what you need to do to stay safe. I mean, it's really, really important. And never put anything on like a space heater. Don't use it for clothes, to hold clothing, or put clothing near it or anything like that, because that's instant fire.
But if someone's living in a shotgun house and the only heat they have is burning wood or burning newspapers or having candles on, they're not going to heed that. I mean, if you know somebody in that situation, I guess you could try to help them.
Absolutely, most definitely. It's one of those things we hate to hear these stories about people dying in a fire. And in this case, it sounds like it may have been an abandoned home that he may have just taken refuge in. and was using candles to stay warm. It's sad. It really is so sad.
We have some homeless people who don't go to shelters who actually find ways to stay warm and out of the cold weather. And we have a lot of shelters. We have a lot of opportunities for people to be safe. But we still have some people who just don't want to go to those.
Yeah. And I know when you mentioned that, because I was passing by the woods that are out here off of Westport.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that, and you probably know, there's a large homeless population living in those woods. You can hear the dogs barking. You can hear the people when they come in and out of the woods. You can see them. And on a day like this, rainy and cold, they typically will come out of the woods and will go wander into the Walmart or somewhere during the daytime. But at night, they're going to either wander to our shelters, or they've built some little sheds back in those woods that they try to stay dry. But think about those folks. Just think about the life they're living, and it really is sad. And if they approach, try to get them to services. Hope Connections or Rescue Mission, Providence House. A lot of folks can help them.
Some of the people that I know, because there are homeless camps down, but underneath the bridges downtown, there are homeless camps along the river. Some of the homeless people I know prefer it that way. They don't have to account to anybody. They don't have to be in by a particular time. I mean, I'm sure they'd love to be someplace else besides homeless. I don't mean that, but they don't want some of the services that are offered, or they know where to go pick and choose during the day.
Right.
And then they migrate back to their homestead. But it's a rough life out there on the streets.
Do we still have the problem around the courthouse? Have we solved that?
We are going to continue to have people who are without official residences. I call them portable people at the courthouse. We don't have, I don't think, as much of a problem of them using them, going doo-doo and stuff. But
right. We haven't put a bathroom down there, have we?
No.
That never happened. And we didn't put a fence down there either, did we?
No.
I wonder what's going to happen with those two issues next year, if anything. Maybe they want me to stay quiet about that.
There's some quote-unquote progressive cities that have benches that turn into little sleeping huts at night.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to go there. I mean...
No.
And we really are a very generous community, and we have places that are down by the old Arkla place off of Texas Avenue.
Sure.
Down by the Twin Eagles, that area of town. Levy Street.
Right, yes.
We have a lot of programs to help people break the cycle, to get out of the addiction, to get out of the alcoholism, whatever it is. But if you're going to go to some of the shelters, you just can't go in there sloppy drunk and stupid and doing things at night. So, there will be, for some reason or other, we have a reputation, I think, on some of the, I call them hobo ways.
Sure.
That we're going to be generous here.
Right. 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Right now, time to check in with Ruben on these wet, slippery streets.
Still keeping an eye on that major accident backing up traffic on Colquitt Road near Artist Taylor Road. And we're looking at some heavy backed up traffic on I-20 westbound. Starting at Spring and Market, it's backed up past Airline Drive right now. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Dense fog advisory up through 9 o'clock this morning. Areas of dense fog and then rain expected throughout the day. Today is temperatures top out at 52. Showers continue tonight, low 46. Rain showers early, clouds, windy conditions tomorrow, 52. Break out of the clouds and see some sunshine Friday, 57. Richard DeWettig, the Weather Channel.
information. KEEL News now.
Shooting early this morning, the 1600 block of Garden Street. Man inside a home watching TV when someone stormed in and opened fire. No details on the man's wounds at this point. Late night fire on Williamson Street leaves a man dead. Firefighters were called to the Allendale area around 8:15 last night. When they began battling the blaze, they discovered the body of a man in the living room area. There were no utilities connected to the home. A wreck between an 18-wheeler and a train causes major headaches. Matt Parker with that.
An accident near McGee and Greenwood Cemetery Road caused major delays on I-20 Tuesday afternoon. According to police, a train collided with an 18-wheeler around 12:30. Witnesses told police the big rig tried to cross the tracks but didn't make it. The train clipped the truck's trailer, flipping it over. No one was injured in the crash, but it did take several hours to clean up the damage. From 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL, I'm Matt Parker.
Adrian Perkins, a little over a week away from being sworn in as Shreveport's next mayor. The mayor-elect's first major decision is a new city attorney. Perkins to name current Assistant Caddo DA Makisha Creel as city attorney, William Bradford's replacement. What about police chief? Well, substitute chief Ben Raymond says he wants the job. He tells us about the process.
Anybody that wants to apply will have to take the civil service test, which has not been scheduled as of yet, and then go through whatever process Mayor-elect Perkins dictates.
Raymond did meet with Perkins to talk about the future of SPD. The Bossier Council has approved an ordinance for overtime pay to canine handlers at the police department. Many handlers care for their dogs 24/7, so the council felt an hour of overtime for the extra workload was fair competition. The court case against former Trump National Security Advisor Michael Flynn is not over yet. He'd been expected to be sentenced Tuesday in federal court for lying to the FBI, but that has been postponed. President Trump hosting a roundtable discussion on school safety as a federal report listed a number of different ways to increase the resources needed for educators and law enforcement. Mr. Trump says he'll do whatever he can to ensure the safety of our school children.
Today we are reviewing the recommendations put forward by the School Safety Commission. These include fixing mental health laws so that families and law enforcement can get treatment immediately to those who need it. Encouraging states to adopt extreme risk protection orders which give law enforcement and family members more authority to keep firearms out of the hands of those who pose a danger to themselves and to others.
The administration announcing the banning of bump stocks and giving owners a 90-day grace period to turn in or destroy their devices. Actress and director Penny Marshall has died at the age of 75, according to a family spokesperson. Marshall came to fame in the 70s with her role as Laverne DeFazio on the hit show Laverne and Shirley. She went on to directing movies. One of her big ones and a big line was the cult hit A League of Their Own, which starred Gina Davis as well as Tom Hanks.
Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball.
Why don't you leave her alone, Jimmy?
Oh, you zip it, Doris.
The success of Big made Marshall the first woman to direct a movie which grossed more than $100 million. Forbes magazine out with its list of the richest celebrities. At the top of the list is George Lucas, worth about $5.4 billion. Steven Spielberg is number 2, $3.7 billion. And number 3, no surprise, Oprah Winfrey. Her wealth is at $2.8 billion. I'm Erin McCarty on 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL. 1017 FM, 710 Keel. Love this Christmas music, Matt.
It's listed RJW Christmas. I don't know.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know.
He is just smoking something crazy. Robert is on vacation. Dan Keel is here. Thank you for spending your week with us. I know
enjoy
you've
it.
got so many other things to do.
I get an early start.
Do you? Get going, head off to court. He is a local attorney, and you have a real job, and but you come in early and hang out with us. We're getting a lot of comments on our Facebook page.
From the Gophers?
Yeah, regarding your job as mayor.
Okay.
Because we asked you to be mayor last hour, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And Dan kind of liked this job. Dan kind of liked it. Another one says Dan loved it.
That's as close as I'm going to get to an elected office.
Yeah, you're never running for office. I don't think I'd ever run for office. But, I think you hit on something that really matters for me. It was the follow-up stuff. Go into the patrol call. Go into the service department. Watch them answering the phone. Call them from another phone. See how they handle regular customers. It's follow-up. It's trust that they're doing their job, but verify. It's the old Ronald Reagan, like I always say. Trust that they're doing a good job, but check behind them to make sure that, what they tell you they're doing, they're actually doing. Because I can talk to a dozen of my friends today who've had trouble in dealings with, whether it was the water department, the MPC, whatever. And it's things that can be corrected pretty easily. And so that would be my advice, to our mayor-elect and all the staff that he's beginning to hire is, let people do their job, but check and make sure they're doing it.
Well, and also infect them with that attitude.
Yes.
If you have that attitude, you'll get more out of people. And I'm really kind of enthusiastic. I think he's going to share that enthusiasm that could even one day he may be governor and he may be having to straighten out the DMV.
Oh boy. Wow.
That's a challenge, isn't it?
Man, no kidding. Golly, you just went there.
Yeah.
Dang. 1017 FM 710 Keel. Here's Ruben.
Still keeping an eye on that major accident backing up traffic on Colquitt Road near Artist Taylor Road. And we're looking at some heavy backed up traffic on I-20 westbound. Starting at Spring and Market, it's backed up past Airline Drive right now. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Dense fog advisory up through 9 o'clock this morning. Areas of dense fog and then rain expected throughout the day. Today is temperatures top out at 52. Showers continue tonight, low 46. Rain showers early, clouds, windy conditions tomorrow, 52. Break out of the clouds and see some sunshine Friday, 57. Richard DeWettig at the Weather Channel.
.1017 FM 710 Keel. Robert and Erin in the morning. That's the one gift I wish Santa didn't bring to my house.
A drum?
Drum set for my brothers.
I had one. I
Did
loved
you?
it. Yeah.
Oh man, they would beat the crap out of that thing.
My folks got me a baritone because it was more melodic.
Oh really? Yeah. I have been known to do some shopping online. I this week went and did some local shopping, which I'm really thrilled about. Found some things I really was looking for. But I sent you an article, Dan, about taxes for online purchases. And I want to know, for anything that I might buy or might have bought, have bought, is that the proper grammar? Have purchased.
There you go.
From online retailers, is it my responsibility to pay the sales tax on my honor on those things? What's the law on that?
You didn't ask me to look up the law.
No, I didn't.
You sent me a TV news article, which you sent me. I had to cut and paste it, and it's still trying to open up. But the law, as I remember, and I'm winging a little bit because there's a sales and use tax.
Mm-hmm.
And if you purchased a big ticket item, like a vehicle or something like that, the dealer collects it. But if you purchased it someplace else, there seemed like there is some honor system to it.
I think when you go register a car, you'd pay it then.
Yeah.
But if I bought, $1,000 diamond ring or a $5,000 diamond ring online somewhere,
from some state that the vendor doesn't collect it for you.
Right. Am I obligated to pay sales tax? I know people don't. Do it, but am I required to do it? I'm wondering about, because I know Amazon and Wayfair and a couple of other big companies have registered with Louisiana and they're now collecting the sales tax, but there's a lot of them that haven't.
Yes, you're supposed to. The way it works, like let's just say you bought flowers from what's that online site, proflowers.com or whatever. Well, I know last year I made a purchase similar to that, and after the first of the year, they emailed me, "Hey, you bought X amount of stuff this year. You owe X amount of sales tax. We're sending a copy of this email to the state. Make sure you pay it."
Wow.
Yeah. So
does the state track that through my taxes somehow and take that out of my tax refund? Have they connected the dots yet? I wonder.
I think that's what they're trying to work out, is to get first voluntary compliance with the vendors.
Mm-hmm.
And then if the vendors report, it's all data now. I mean, all you can do is send it back and forth. It used to be you could go like to a ham fest or a gun show or someplace, and if you bought it right there because it was purchased in the state, you had to pay the sales tax. But if you ordered it from their 800 line, this is back in the day, from Texas, you didn't have to. But there was all that money that if you went to Texas and purchased it, you'd pay Texas sales tax.
Sure.
Or if you bought it in Louisiana, you'd pay for it. But if you ordered it over the phone, you didn't have to do that. But there's a lot of money that the government's going to try to get their money from you somehow.
Well, I was looking at this. It says a U.S. Supreme Court decision in June gave states the ability to collect sales taxes from online sellers in all the states. The law defines a remote seller as any business with more than $100,000 in internet sales or, excuse me,
more than 200 web-based transactions.
Yes.
I guess that's per year.
I guess it would be per year.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of online companies have that size, and on our honor, are we reporting it? Are we paying it? I know if you're doing business with Amazon, you've noticed you're already paying that. So, things are changing. We're going to start. Will that bring big bucks into our state coffers to keep us from having any more fiscal cliffs? You think?
That word triggers me.
You don't like fiscal cliffs?
No.
How many fiscal cliffs did we have this year? We should put that on our top stories.
I'm having bad dreams of falling off the fiscal cliff. I don't know what the state's doing or not, but a lot of that's the sky is falling. It's not the cliff.
Yeah. And you know what? I bet we have no fiscal cliffs next year because next year's an election year.
Right.
So I bet we have fiscal prosperity.
Moon keeps saying that the economy is so much better because the governor's getting more money for the state.
Mm-hmm. And he's proposing a pay raise for teachers.
He's being facetious
I know.
when he says that. But
proposing a pay raise for teachers next year, which is
that's election year.
Pretty common during election year. So you can't be a state lawmaker and vote against teachers in an election year.
And if slow people like us figured this out,
oh yeah,
why do they keep doing it?
Because it works. It gets them elected. They get a big pat on the back from teachers because they're giving them more money. I'll vote for him. He gave me a pay raise.
Short attention span.
Yeah, you got a point. Absolutely. 1017 FM, 710 Keel. We'll check in with Ruben coming up next.
Still keeping an eye on that major accident backing up traffic on Colquitt Road near Artist Taylor Road. And we're looking at some heavy backed up traffic on I-20 westbound. Starting at Spring and Market, it's backed up past Airline Drive right now. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Dense fog advisory up to 9 o'clock this morning. Areas of dense fog and then rain expected throughout the day. Today as temperatures top out at 52. Showers continue tonight, low 46. Rain showers early, clouds, windy conditions tomorrow, 52. Break out of the clouds and see some sunshine Friday, 57. Richard DeWettig at the Weather Channel.
You're listening to American Ground Radio's Morning Minute.
Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards and State Attorney General Jeff Landry are bickering back and forth. The governor is upset about the recent Obamacare ruling out of the state of Texas, and he's mad at the Attorney General for supporting the lawsuit.
And with John Bel Edwards supporting Obamacare, it proves only one thing. There is no such thing as a conservative Democrat. Look, Obamacare has not increased accessibility to health care. It's because it's not based on any conservative principles. And unfortunately, neither is our governor.
Obamacare has failed and needs to go. And if our governor continues to support it, he needs to go as well.
American Ground Radio, where building a better America begins with building a better us. Return each weeknight from 6 to 7 p.m. with Louis R. Avalone and Stephen Parr on 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL and streaming live at KEELnews.com.
Santa Claus right down Santa Claus Lane. Is that Elvis, right?
One of them is Elvis.
One of them. 1017 FM, 710 Keel. Robert and Erin in the morning. And I got an email from my friend Brandon Turner. And you may or may not know Brandon, but he is the uncle of Clayton Madden. Clayton is the little boy who is terminally ill, and he's 10 years old. And all he asked for was Christmas cards from our listeners. And
where do we send them?
It's on our website, keelnews.com. Just look for Clayton Madden. He sent me this email. It says, just wanted to reach out and say thank you for all the help. Clayton's had a good bit of cards show up and is so happy. If anyone would like to send a card and has not already done so, we welcome them to send one. And he sent me a picture of Clayton. I'm just looking at some. He's got a pile of Christmas cards and teddy bears. The DeSoto EMS made a Christmas card that is almost as tall as he is. A big open, it's a trifold thing. There's hats. There's sheriff's badges. There's gifts of all kinds. He is standing there, little Clayton, with this grin on his face. I just want these Christmas cards to keep coming. I think this is so cool. And it all just sparked from one little email about this little boy who, imagine, he's expected to go into hospice after Christmas. And his family says he just wants Christmas cards. So we want to be sure we continue to send.
Sweet little guy.
Oh, sweet little guy. You can see all the details on his story and send those cards. Keep them coming. It's all at keelnews.com because we want to be sure that we get more smiles on Clayton's face than we could ever imagine this year. 1017 FM, 710 Keel. Right now, it's time to check in with Kim Commando.
Let go of your worries. Breathe in and breathe out. Do you feel better? Well, if the last-minute holiday rush is stressing you, maybe you just need a meditation app. Kim Commando with your Wednesday Consumer Tech Update. Get extended interviews and tech news with the Commando Podcast, available on Apple and Google Podcasts. Competition among the meditation and mindfulness apps is anything but zen. At last count, there are about 3,500 meditation and mindfulness apps for both Androids and iPhones. Just picking one out can cause anguish. They have names like Calm, Happy, Not Perfect, Headspace, Buddhify. And these soothing apps are really raking in the cash. Most of these apps are free, but to be really calm, you need to pay anywhere from $60 to $100 a year for a subscription. TechCrunch reports that these apps are raking in about $27 million in revenue per quarter. That'll calm you down. I'm Kim Commando. When you're hiring, you don't want to waste time sorting through dozens of irrelevant resumes. You want an efficient way to get to a short list of qualified candidates. You need Indeed.com. Post a job in minutes. Set up screener questions based on your job requirements. Then zero in on qualified candidates using an intuitive online dashboard. Discover why 3 million businesses use Indeed.com for hiring. Post a job today at Indeed.com/hire. Search for greatness. Search Indeed.
What's the perfect gift this holiday season? A set of Boll & Branch sheets. Boll & Branch sheets are made from pure organic cotton, making them the softest and most comfortable sheets in the world. Giving a thoughtful gift has never been easier. Right now, Boll & Branch is offering $50 off your first set of sheets, plus free shipping when you use promo code KIM. That's $50 off plus free shipping at bollandbranch.com, spelled B-O-L-L and branch.com, promo code KIM.
They may not be your ordinary political pundits, but these days, that's a good thing. These mamas make sense. Terry Netterville and Denise Arthur. Listen to Mama on American Ground Radio. Weeknights from 6 to 7 p.m. right here on 1017 FM and 710 Keel. And streaming live at keelnews.com.
1017 FM, 710 Keel. Here's Ruben.
Still keeping an eye on that major accident backing up traffic on Colquitt Road near Artist Taylor Road. And we're looking at some heavy backed up traffic on I-20 westbound. Starting at Spring and Market, it's backed up past Airline Drive right now. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Dense fog advisory up to 9 o'clock this morning. Areas of dense fog and then rain expected throughout the day. Today is temperatures top out at 52. Showers continue tonight, low 46. Rain showers early, clouds, windy conditions tomorrow, 52. Break out of the clouds and see some sunshine Friday, 57. Richard DeWettig at the Weather Channel.
Breaking news and trending talk. This is 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL. KEEL, Shreveport.